Hi, I know I'm standing between you and a very interesting chat with Prof. Sanjay. He will come back again for a nice panel discussion. But I want to talk a little bit about the impact of AI, something we can do with AI right now, help the society. And how do we do this? One of the things we have been thinking about is how do you use AI to improve the education landscape, help kids from low socioeconomic background and disadvantaged kids, and in general, anybody who wants to do a lifelong learning, how do we assist them? So this was the sort of grand vision that we had to say, hey, let's see what we can do with the current version of AI and what we can achieve in the next few years. So the first thing we kind of said, okay, let's see what is the current version, what can it do right now? So we built a sort of AI tutor system that helps students right now to answer some of the factual-based questions. Those of you who are in the LLM sort of field, you will all agree with me that LLM has a lot of capability, a lot of knowledge base. Just quickly answering question is quite possible already, right? But we'll go a little bit one step further than that. The next part is the recommendation system. Now this one says, if I can identify in real time what kind of problems you are facing while you're solving a problem, then can I recommend very precise sort of questions to you to sort of reinforce that whatever weaknesses you may have. Now, this we have seen in some of the testing paradigms like SATs, GRE in my previous lifetime had this kind of adaptive. But of course, we are going one step further than that. And to say that it's not just give you to sort of understand your weakness, but also to reinforce. So for example, once in a while, just give you an easy question just to boost your morale, right? So it helps you overall. The last part is the question generation system. This is where a bit of Gen AI concept comes in. And what we are saying is, if we can be so fine-grained in understanding your weakness, can we also generate the questions that are so precise to address those weaknesses, right? So with this kind of grand goal, we went to our partner, Mendaki. And Mendaki has been so amazing to us to sort of give their viewpoint on this. And for those of you who do not know, Mendaki is the local self-help group that helps the Malay Muslim community in Singapore. And they told us that, yeah, your grand vision is very good, but our kids typically face problem in math, English, reading. So let's start with that first. So math is where we started, right? So the next question, where in math? So, okay, let's say step one, geometry, and then we'll slowly build on top of it. So why geometry? Because geometry, you have to understand not just the text-based information, but also figures. You have to do those kind of semantic understanding and reasoning, which is not so easy. So then again, we went to do some literature review, and then we found this paper that was released by Google, start of this year, Alpha Geometry. And here they're trying to show that their alpha geometry model can beat almost the gold medalist in Olympiad geometry questions. Now this is great, right? Models are really capable. But what it is really missing is the teaching aspect. Models are great, AI is great, but how is it helping me learn? So I will just spend 30 seconds to give you a quick anecdote. About 10 years ago, I was learning driving. If you go to driving schools in Singapore, one of the tests is the S course, right? And I was trying to do that. And suddenly, one day, this instructor says, "Hi, yeah, you come, let me drive." And he did a very fast S-turn, drive it around. And to this day, I don't understand. You can do it, great, but I didn't learn anything. You're just showing off, right? You're just showing off, nothing else. Same thing here. A lot of these models are great. Of course, for other purposes, that is relevant. But for teaching, we need something more than that. So we build a system. I'm not going to go into the technical details of this. But the key idea here is that the AI is constantly watching you as you sort of solve the problem, and in real time, give you some help, right? Now, that is powerful, okay? So just like a real teacher. And imagine, Sanjay was saying that we need to change this way we teach. This is one of the ways you could change it. Everybody has a personalized tutor, one-on-one, helping you all the time. Okay? So I have a quick demo on this. Let's see if it will play and if the sound plays this time. So we built a small app where you can actually draw sort of triangle in this case and ask some questions about the angles, and the students can use this app. So let's see. Do excuse the crude drawing, but yeah.
What is the angle of angle B?
Okay. Finally, the sound plays. Okay. So now the brain is doing some thinking, probably not as real time as you would like, but
The sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So, if the angles A and C are 60 and 70 degrees, then the angle B must be 50 degrees.
Yeah.
To summarize, the answer is 50.
Okay, thank you. So that's the key thing here. It's not just giving you the answer, right? That's not helpful. It also tells you the reasoning behind it, right? That's very critical. So in all of this work that we are doing, of course, we are very concerned about the privacy issues, particularly because you're working with students here, right? Young kids. So the privacy and ethics and everything is being taken care of in the entire pipeline, not just at the deployment stage, but also how you collect data and so on and so forth. Okay? And with that, I will just skip this slide. That's not relevant here, and we are running out of time. So thank you.